Welcome dear students. I am Vibhuti CP from KJ Somaya College. I am going to teach you the CHI 130 course. This is the contains the two sections. First section, that is the symmetry, and the second section will be the main group elements. Okay, I am going to teach you the second section, that is what? The main group elements. Let me discuss first of all the syllabus related to this section. So let's start with that. Here the first topic, that is hydrogen and its compounds, and here the second topic, in that in hydrogen and its compound we will learn the position of the hydrogen, importance of the hydrogen, and the classification of the hydrogen. Okay. Next topic, that is alkali and alkaline earth metal. In that topic we will learn, that is the different alkali, that is what the element which is present in S block, that is called as the alkali, and the alkaline earth metals, that elements which is mostly used as a solvent, that is potassium, which is on hydrolysis there is a formation of the KOH. This is the alkaline solution. They make the alkaline solution, and this alkaline solution is very important in the different processes. Okay. Next, there is a boron family. In that boron family, that means what? The element which is present in the boron group. Okay. Here in that we will learn the borate compound, higher boron compound, their classification, their importance. Next, that is a carbon family. Into that carbon family we will learn, that is carbon nanotube, what is allotropes of the carbon, and importance of the carbon nanotubes and the allotropes. Next, that is the nitrogen family. In that nitrogen family we will learn, that is the PN compound, SN compounds, their preparation, properties, and the synthesis. Next, there is the oxygen family. In that oxygen family we will learn the oxygen ions and sulfides, oxides, like this. Next is the halogen family. In that halogen family we will learn what is halogen compounds, interhalogen compounds, pseudohalogen compounds, and also oxygen ions of the halogens. In noble gases, into that noble gases we will learn the importance of the noble gases, and the last one, that is the organometallic compounds. Into that organometallic compounds we will learn the property, synthesis, and the applications of the organometallic compound, which can be prepared from some alkali metals. Okay, that is a lithium organometallic compound, magnesium or the organometallic compound, like this manner. Okay, this is about what your syllabus, which is included in the section second, that is what main group elements. Okay, so sorry, let me start the first chapter, that is what hydrogen and its compounds. Okay, here what is a hydrogen? Here into that, this mostly the hydrogen, this is the nucleus. At the nucleus there is what? There is a presence of what? Yes, positive ion, and here their electronic configuration of the hydrogen is 1s1. That means only one electron and the one proton is present in the hydrogens. Okay, here proton at the center and the electron which is revolving around the hydrogen. According to that, in the first earlier case, here the hydrogen, due to the presence of one electron in the s orbital, here in the periodic table, first of all the position of this hydrogen is to the first group, that is what? S block. But nowadays here, if you see the modern periodic table, in that the position of the hydrogen is at this hydrogen. That means the center of what? The periodic table. Why this happen? Because here this hydrogen, this hydrogen which has one electron in the outermost shell, and here if you consider this is present in the s block, then what happened here? This, due to the one electron present in that s orbital, it has a capacity to accept the one electron, like the metals can do. Okay, metals which is mostly electropositive, that's why they has the ability to accept one electron, and that's why here this hydrogen which shows the property of the first group. But here this hydrogen also shows the property of halogen. This also shows what? The property of the halogens. Here, why? Because the presence of this one electron, here this hydrogen also has a capacity to donate this one electron to the another one. That means this is electropositive and also the electronegative elements. That means this hydrogen shows the characteristics of the first group elements and also the characteristics of the halogen, and that's why here the position of the hydrogen is going to change in the modern periodic table. That is present to the center of the periodic table. This is the position of the hydrogen. Okay, next we learn the classification of the hydrogen, and that is called as hydrides. Hydrides. What is the hydrides? Here this hydrogen, this dihydrogen compound which can be reacted with almost all elements to form a binary structure or binary compounds, and that binary compounds are called as a hydride. Okay, what is the hydrides? Here this dihydrogen compound which is mostly reacted with almost all the elements which is present in the periodic table. That means this hydrogen which can be react with alkaline metals or the p block elements or the d block element, and also this can be reacted with the lanthanides and the actinides, and that's why here this hydrogen form a new compound that is called as the binary compounds, and that binary compounds are nothing but the hydrides. That is called as what? Hydrides. Okay, here let we see the classification of the hydrides. Classification of hydrides. Okay, let me see the classifications. Here you know very well these hydrides which can be react with the number of elements. Okay, according to that, here these hydrides which can be classified into three types: 1, 2 and 3 types. Okay, the first type that is called as the saline hydride. This is the first classification that is called as a saline hydride. Okay, the saline hydride which is also called as a alkali or ionic hydride. Ionic hydride. Okay, here these hydrides, what is the hydrides? Hydrides are the dihydrogen compound is combined with or react with the most of the element which is present in the periodic table. There is a formation of the binary compounds, and that binary compounds are called as a hydrides. Here we learn what the classification of the hydride. The first classification, that is what? Saline hydride, or it is nothing but what? The ionic hydride. Okay, the next, that is what? The covalent hydride. Second classification is covalent, or it is also called as a molecular hydride. Molecular hydride. And the third one, that is called as what? The non-stoichiometric or metallic hydride. This is called as metallic or interstitial or non-stoichiometric hydride. Non-stoichiometric hydride. Okay. Let me see here why these hydrides are called as the saline or the ionic hydride, because here this hydride is react with alkali or alkaline earth metal, that is S block elements. Okay, how to memorize this hydride? Here the first hydride, that is called as ionic hydride. You know very well the alkali and alkaline metals always form an ionic bond. Okay, that means whenever the dihydrogen compound it react with the S block elements, that is what, alkali or alkaline earth metal, the binary compound is formed, that is called as what, ionic. Why? Because they form an ionic bond. Okay, and here this is also called as a saline hydride. This we will learn afterward. First of all, let we learn the introduction of that. Second one, that is a covalent and molecular hydride. What is a covalent? Which elements form a covalent bond? Yes, the p block elements form a covalent bond. That means here the dihydrogen compound is react with p block element. Okay, dihydrogen compound react with p block element to form a covalent bond. That's why that hydrides are called as covalent hydrides. Okay, and why it is called as a molecular? Because due to the valency, higher valency of the hydrogen, the high valency of the p block elements, it can be form different molecules. That is what, NH3 molecule, H2O molecule, HCl molecule. That means here there is a higher number of atoms which can be combined together. Okay, there is a formation of this type of the molecule. That's why these hydrides are called as a molecular hydrides. Okay, got it? Covalent. Why? Because here dihydrogen compound react with the p block element to form a covalent bond. That's why it is called as a covalent hydrides. They form a molecule. That's why it is called as a molecular hydride. Okay. Next, that is what, metallic hydride. That means what? Yes. Here when your dihydrogen compounds is react with the metals. Which metals? Transition metals and the inner transition metals. Okay. Why? Because whenever this transition metal and the inner transition metal is reacted with the dihydrogen compound, they form a molecule and they have a metallic bond between them. Okay, they have the metallic bond. That's why that hydride is called as a metallic hydride. Okay, that is interstitial. Why? These metals are the interstitial metal. Transition metals, that means the d block elements, and the lanthanides, that is f block elements. These elements react with the dihydrogen compound. They form molecules and the bond between them is a metallic. That's why this is called as a metallic hydrides or interstitial hydride. And here their proposition of the metal and the hydrogen is not same. That's why this is called as a non-stoichiometric hydride. Okay, why this is called as a non-stoichiometric hydride? Because the proportion of the dihydrogen and the metals are not same. That's why this is called as a non-stoichiometric hydride. Okay, this is all about what, the hydrogen and its compounds. Today we learned the syllabus related to the CHI 130 course, section 2, main group element, and also we start the first chapter, that is what, hydrogen and its compound. In that we learn the position of the hydrogen and also what, the classification of the hydrides. Okay, we just learned the introductory part of the classification of the hydrides, that is what, saline hydride, covalent hydride, and the metallic hydride. Next lecture we will learn in detail about the ionic hydride, molecular hydride, and what, the interstitial hydride. Thanks for watching this lecture. Thank you very much.